This video will probably be fairly short and will probably be standalone. I've been working on the panels. Some of those videos are out, some of them aren't. But where we are today is all the work is finally finished inside by the contractors. Sheetrock's done, all the mud's done, floor's done. I have painted. The only thing I've left to do is get paint that matches that, to paint that door. And I'm getting ready to do the floors is what this video is about. So I primed them in white so the floor won't be so dark and I don't have to put so much epoxy on them to hide the cement color. And I am going to roll the epoxy on the floor. I could pour epoxy on the floor and it would self-level, and that would get rid of all the slope that the plumber took the time to put in to get the water to the drains. So I've done some testing out in the garage with some different textures, some different ways of doing things. I took a bunch of pieces of granite that used to be around the shower surround and put them all at an angle, actually about a 7-degree angle, which is way more than we have inside, and did some tests on them trying to figure out what I could do to give them a good texture so that they would grip, and also so that the coating wouldn't self-level and take away the slope. So this was a Rust-Oleum stone paint. It gives it a nice texture, but it's very thin and I'm worried it would scratch. These two are different types of paint with the stone coat countertops, ultimate top coat, with their traction additive in it. Traction additive is around here somewhere. It's a white powder that goes in and gives it grip. But ultimately what I decided to go with is this, which is where I took regular epoxy and thickened it up really thick and rolled it on, and it gives it this nice, almost wood grain like texture. But since the thickener's in it, it doesn't self-level. You can just roll it out. It holds this texture, and then I will sprinkle some of the traction additive on top of that so that it sets in the top to give it a little extra grip. So floor's primed. I've actually already got part A of the epoxy in the bucket. We're gonna add part B, then the metallic white, then the thickener, and we're gonna go roll it out, and we'll let you see what it looks like when we're done. And just a quick clip on how I'm doing the texture on the floor. I mixed it up really thick, as you can see, and I just spread it out with this spreader, and then I use an 1/8" trowel to make sure that I'm following the floor and keeping the slope of the floor. And then I just come back with a 1/4" snap roller and rub it down, and it goes right over those trowel marks that already have a grain tool and makes this nice texture that's going to work great for a shower so that it's not slippery when the soap gets on it. So that's all there is to it. I'm doing back to front so that I don't wind up stepping on anything I've already done. I wind up with a little bit of overlap. As I trowel it, I wind up with excess on the trowel. I just flop it out for the next row. Getting ready to finish the floor. This is the ultimate top coat kit from Stone Coat Countertops in a gloss finish. It's a 24-ounce kit. The non-skid additive called for 0.4 ounces of additive for a heavy traction in a 24-ounce top coat kit, so use a little postage scale. It's all measured out. I have 2 rollers, black handle for the wet coat, red handle for the dry coat. So you just roll it on with the wet one and then roll it dry with the dry one. So I'll work in probably quadrants since I can't really reach the whole shower without getting in it. So I'll work back half or back quadrants and then front quadrants and see how it turns out. Okay, well that took all of about 4 minutes. I used about half of the ultimate top coat I had in there. It doesn't change the look of it at all, and I won't know how it feels until it dries, which is 8 to 9 hours. So basically tomorrow morning I'll be able to step in there and see if I can tell a difference in the texture. But yeah, so that was the floor. So only part of this project that's really gone even remotely according to plan so far. So I thought that worked out real well. I'm real happy with the texture. It's not slippery at all, even before I put the traction additive in there, but it also doesn't hurt your feet. So real thrilled with it. Hope it looks great when I get the walls in here up next to it.